Hey everyone, welcome back to another Klancy progression log. The image you are currently seeing right now is a frame from some of the footage that we filmed just last night, actually. As you can tell, we are back in the main sort of YouTuber house where everybody's at, and Klancy seemed to follow them there. So whatever could Klancy be doing there, who knows? I sure as hell know. You guys sure as hell don't. I can't wait for y'all to watch the movie and just see what I've been fucking working on for a whole year at this point. It's literally been like a year, full year. And in all honesty, the more I'm putting this movie together, the more I'm combining the scenes, starting to like actually edit the footage, the more I see that throughout this movie, you will be able to tell the sort of evolution of, I guess, acting skills, you could call it. The movie's really gonna go from the beginning, which is like, oh, the acting's a little bit rough. What's with those scenes? They're kind of awkward. And it's gonna like just over the course of the movie, you're gonna tell it's gonna sort of evolve into, better acting over time. You're gonna be able to tell like, oh, okay, so this is after a while where they've been at this movie already. They're starting to pick up more on what their characters are and how to act as their characters and all that. I'm not gonna lie, there's gonna be some moments in Klancy, especially near like the more beginning-ish parts, not like first beginning, but let's say the clown rental bits. The acting personally isn't really as on par with what I would hope it would be. But then as the movie's gonna evolve, as the movie continues, you're gonna definitely be able to tell the evolution and the improvement in the acting as well. And also, while we're on the topic of acting, I do want to say we only have 2 other filming dates until we're fully done. It feels crazy that I can now confidently say that by, let's say, this time next week rolls around, we will be done filming. So that means by the end of May, we should be finished filming, which means I can spend, let's say, the first half of June editing Klancy, making sure it's fully finished just editing wise. And then the last half of June, hopefully I can distribute it and it will get released somewhere. So in terms of a release date, I don't know if I said this in any previous progression logs, but I'll go ahead and say it now. Expect the movie to be fully finished by at latest June 15th. And then I can only hope released that same month. So fuck yeah. Next time we're gonna film will actually be tomorrow night at the time I'm recording this, which is gonna be weird because I also have a live stream that night. So pretty much I'm gonna stream until probably 11 like usual, and then it's gonna be like, all right, I have to go, and I'm gonna go drive to a different location so I can film insert name here's death scene. Any very important or impactful scenes such as a death scene I have really saved for some of the very last times when we're going to film, just because I know those scenes are gonna mean a lot, and so I want to make sure we don't fuck those up. So now that we have a lot of acting under our belts at this point, now we should be able to be essentially more prepared for whatever a death scene may entail in terms of acting. Also, since, of course, we're going to be using a lot of fake blood for the deaths, this means that if we do end up ruining or getting any of the like costumes messy, that means that, well, we still only have like a little bit left to film. We don't have to postpone a lot or a ton of filming because of one little mistake or mess. And also because I can't really think of another good transition point, and because I made y'all wait until the very end of the last progression log to show y'all this, I figured here, let me go ahead and show y'all some of the BTS from yesterday.
On the set, Klancy the Clown.
Klancy the Clown. On the set of Klancy the Clown.
Make sure to hit that like button.
I want to say,
And subscribe.
Nobody. He makes good content. Klancy the Clown, out.
Now give us a little dance. Okay.
Hello? Jacob?
The visuals doesn't matter. I just need the sound of it. But put like the camera.
What kind of screen? What kind of screen?
Just like a, oh shit, while you weren't like expecting it. And then you need like just a little grunk, like while you're pushing the camera away. Okay. Ah! Ah! Nice.
The other cameras here. I saw him. Let me look to the left here. A calendar.
And there you go. All of that was from our filming specifically yesterday. What sort of game could Jacob have been playing there? Who knows? Who knows? And as for that one clip where I just told Jacob to do a scream and a grunt, let's just say one of the beauties of recording with found footage is that if the main character is behind the camera, you can add in a few sound effects or a few pieces of dialogue or whatever after the fact it's been recorded, and nobody's gonna be able to notice. You don't gotta match no lip movement or nothing. It's awesome. Also, a little side note, as we were filming yesterday, I came to some sort of realization, and I told Jacob's actor, Awesome Industry, about this, and he was like, dude, you should like advertise Klancy as that. And I was like, yeah, actually, that's not a bad, like, that. It's a, sort of a good way of summarizing the Klancy film, or giving people an idea of what it's gonna be like. Pretty much, I just thought, like, in a way, Klancy is like the Deadpool of slashers. Not in the sense of he's super popular and makes a lot of money, more in the sense of all the other heroes sort of think he's weird or degenerate, and half the time he doesn't take himself seriously. In case you couldn't already tell by one of the main lines from the trailer being Richard's character saying, "My dick, biscuits." This is gonna be like half actual slasher, half parody of itself, you know? Do not go in watching this movie taking it seriously. Just go in expecting a fun ride, a good time. This movie's gonna be many things. Sometimes it's a parody of itself, sometimes it's a parody of slasher horror found footage films, and in other ways it's almost like a love letter to that weird 2016 era of YouTube, both with the killer clowns and with just gaming or clickbaity YouTubers back then. You can sort of even tell with the poster. I'll just show up a picture of the poster here. You can just tell, like, obviously, you can tell what Jacob and Richard's characters are meant to be parodying here. And then you have the whole thing with the red circle and the arrow. It's very obviously, like, older YouTube inspired, which was something I came in really wanting to do. I felt like that's a part of YouTube that is very nostalgic to me, very near and dear in my heart and many other people's hearts, and I feel like anytime it's attempted to be touched by Hollywood or by any movies, it's always dumbed down to, look at these influencers, look at these internet pranksters, and none of them can really get the roots of what makes a 2016 YouTuber or like a YouTuber in that time period. But my hope with this movie is to really not parody, but just, well, yeah, you could say parody, but also just represent that era and that time period in a meaningful, or in a at least correct light. There's definitely going to be a good handful of jokes or moments that are references that you'll only get if you were on YouTube during that point in time-ish. I just figured that if there is anybody who could successfully pull off something like that, it would probably be the person who is not only currently a YouTuber, but who also grew up during that little weird-ish era of YouTube. And yes, I am talking about myself in third person. Now, with that said, I do want to say that means anytime I say found footage, I don't mean like Blair Witch Project type shit. I mean like YouTube video-ish found footage, almost like it's an in-universe YouTube video. That means that there will be background music, that there will be talking to the camera as if it's an audience member watching a YouTube video. And I know a lot of people say it's a big no-no to have any sort of editing or extra background music in something that's meant to be found footage. They say that it breaks the immersion or whatever. But just know that Klancy the Clown isn't gonna be that type of found footage. But yeah, that's about all I can say for now. Thank you guys for listening. I know these progression logs may seem a little scuffed at times, whether it's the air conditioning turning on or off or whatever while I'm trying to record these. But that's what they're meant to be. They're meant to be more a bit more scuffed, a bit more just chill, not really having to hyper edit everything like I do with my commentary videos or whatever for my main channel. These videos aren't meant to grab the attention of no attention span dopamine zombies. The scrollers, I sometimes call them. Jesus Christ, that sounds like a fucking slur. They're meant to just be a little bit of an archive to what I'm thinking or what progression we've done at whatever point in time they're uploaded. That's right, Neo Nobody Productions, a channel free of algorithmic dick sucking, as I like to call it. I'm not like Mr. Beast now, fucking every video sucking the algorithm's dick, fucking sloppy seconds, happy endings and all. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. More progression logs coming your way soon, and that's it. Goodbye.